Hello, everyone, and welcome to Entertainment and Star Wars. My name is Rob. How you doing? I'm here. I'm here. You're there. And today, this is my daughter. Wants to say hi?
And it's Everything Star Wars. It's me and my host father. His name is Daddy. Or Robert. Hi, I'm Rob. We're starting
amazing introduction.
We're starting live today, and it's all about Star Wars.
No, it's about Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. It's okay. She's so used to me doing Star Wars streams. Anyway, I'm honored to be here. Okay, go. I'm honored to be here with ShelbySoup and spiritually empowered coaching. Ladies, I'm sorry, my daughter just makes me laugh. How are you doing? How's everybody doing?
Good.
You doing good? Okay,
yeah.
Great.
There's a lot going on in my head. Like, there's so much. We just talked about a lot of stuff. So it's like, I'm good, but my brain's still processing.
I hope today, if you haven't subscribed, I always tell my subscribers, please support everybody's channel. It doesn't hurt to hit a subscribe button. It's real simple. Check out these ladies. Oh, I got to point this way. Check out these ladies' channels over here. They're really great. I just saw Spiritual was doing her live stream today. It was great. Shelby put up a bunch of videos about Amber Heard and Johnny. We got so much to talk about. Really do, but some people may not have known you guys on my channel. This is the first time I'm actually with them live. So I want to ask you both this question. What made you get into this case, and what made you get onto YouTube?
Shelby, go.
Okay. I was waiting for you, but I'll go. Okay, yeah. So, basically, I had been kind of like following this stuff for a long time. And I was like, this is really interesting. But like, this has been going on for like several years. Like when the whole thing first came out, I was like, I remember I Googled Amber Heard because I didn't know anything about her because surprise, surprise, not many of us really do. Or didn't. Yeah, now we know her because she's an abuser, but allegedly. So then I was like, oh, I don't think Johnny Depp did this, because I found out that she was accused of hitting her ex-wife or ex-girlfriend or whatever the thing there was. And I was like, okay, the second I read that, I found out he didn't have any prior abuse claims. So I was like, I don't believe this woman, but I didn't say anything about it online or anything because I was like, people might be like, oh, you're just defending an abuser. So I didn't want to get into it. So then when stuff started heating up and getting big again, which was like around, I don't know, like 8 months ago. I don't know if that's right. Is that about right?
Yeah, not too sure. Not too sure of the time frames.
Yeah,
I'll have to go back on my videos.
Yeah, it's
when I started.
Yeah, I think it's been within like at least like the last year. I think that's right, at least.
No, incredibly average. I'm just thinking. I just rechecked one of his videos the other day, and it was over a year old. So
wow, okay.
Yeah.
So it's hard to even like. Yeah, that's crazy. Like, it's hard to even say because I mean, there's been new stuff going on for like the past like whatever time frame. But anyway. Yeah, so like in August, I was like, I'm just going to make some videos about this. I made one video. I can't remember. I think it was maybe the psychology of Amber Heard. And I just decided to post it for fun. And it got like 10,000 views. So I was like, I'm going to keep making videos. And so, yeah, that's my story. I may have missed something, but that's the overall thing. And I'll stop talking.
Spiritual, you're up.
Okay, well, my name is not Polite Hey You. That's the name Truthy gave me, but my name is Les, and actually I am a certified life coach helping people get out of narcissistic relationships and the healing pattern from that. And I wasn't going to cover it. I was not going to touch it because I don't care about celebrity anything.
Right.
And I was listening to the audios, and originally I saw the 2016 TMZ video, and I saw it and I said, oh, that's a shame, Johnny, you went that way, and never thought of it again. Honestly, never thought of it. And then the audios came up, and I was talking to, I'm good friends with DSD. Dwayne over at DSD channel. And we were talking about it, and he's like, you should really cover this. And I said, but it's really not my thing. He's like, you really need to cover it because this is what we went through. Like, this is exactly what we went through. I'm like, oh, you're absolutely right. So here we are. Here we are. Yeah. And I honestly thought it was going to be like 2-3 videos and that's it. And here, and
me too.
And here we are. Right. And we got like another, like, we're not even down one trial yet. And we still got another one to go. And we probably have perjury trial on top of that. We've got content for years.
I just want to say hi to everybody in the chat who's stopping by. We got Mr. Magoo. We got Truthy Magoo. We got, Shelby, of course. South Florida Thrifter. How you doing? It's good to see you here. Lynn is here. Team RSB. Hello, how you doing? Sarah Cat is here. Wow, we got a lot of people here. Oh, my God. I hope I didn't miss anybody. If I did, I'm so sorry. Diana Rich.
Wow.
Oh, my God. Maya's here. Oh, hi. How you doing? She loves seeing everyone together. It's great. It's great. Thank you all for coming. You know, I'll like I said, I'll keep the chat. If they have any questions, I'll definitely bring it up. There's so much to talk about because we really haven't talked. Oh, Louise Barker is here. How you doing? Michelle is here. Hello. She says, hi, everyone. Wow. We got Jane is here. She says, hey, all. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. Glad you guys are here. And Linda A's here. She's saying hi. So everybody's saying hi to each other. It's great. And hi to you guys. There's so much to talk about. It's like, do I talk about current? Do we talk about what's going on in Australia? Do we talk about what's happened over the weekend? Do we talk about the past? Do we talk about the recording? It's like, wow, I don't know where to start. So I'm just going to start with the most current things. And this weekend, there was a lot that has happened, okay? First, we had, I don't know if you guys know the singer Sia. I wasn't too familiar with her. I didn't know who she was until I saw that she was putting out tweets for Johnny, and she went after Elon Musk, which I thought was great. I was like, wow. So I want to get your thoughts on Sia and what she said in her Twitter.
I loved it. I didn't love the jewelry comment, but that's her. That is her prerogative, and she can say whatever she wants. I just thought it was odd. I just thought it was an odd comment. But if she felt she had to say it, then that's cool. I say a lot of things that are really unnecessary a lot of the time, so I get it. But it's about time. I say it's about time that like his those are his peers. Like Hollywood is his peer, so it's nice to see a little bit more support because we're not seeing it. Mainstream media has completely foobarred the guy completely. So someone needs to speak up. And unfortunately, not unfortunately, like for us, it's YouTube. But for someone like that with such a huge following and to have like a personal tie to it, like she sees a part of herself in Johnny, right? Like she felt really strong about that. And was it Shelby? It was you. We were talking. Yeah, it was you when we were saying like, why don't other people like a Taylor Swift or someone speak up? And the problem is that you can alienate yourself really quickly if you go against the norm. If you speak up and if you have millions and billions and billions of fans and supporters, if you go against what mainstream media is saying, people will turn on you on a dime. So I can understand why a lot of people aren't speaking up. So I think it was really awesome that she did that. It was really nice to see that someone with that star power spoke up finally. And someone not from his camp. That's another thing too. Someone who was so far removed from what I can see, so far removed from him.
Yeah. Don't mind me. It sounds like there's a damn airplane going off in the background because that's my washer, but hopefully you can't hear it. But well, here's my thing. Okay, so like everything that Les said, like so. I thought the comment about the jewelry was just random. Like, I was like, why did she, like, I don't know, like, not that it's like the worst thing in the world, but to me it was just so random. Like, why? Like, I just didn't see the reason to add that, but I mean, I don't really care that much. But I thought it was really good. I like how she kind of didn't even care. But my whole thing is like how you mentioned that like somebody like Taylor Swift, like, I mean, it doesn't have to be her, but like someone A-list like that. I feel like these people, maybe not Taylor Swift necessarily, but a lot of A-list people, I feel like tweet out and say all kinds of other stupid stuff that they shouldn't say. So why don't they talk about stuff that matters? Like, I feel like not to get controversial, but a lot of times these celebrities will start like insulting people who don't agree with them and making these kind of comments and stuff. So it's like, okay, you guys post a lot of other stuff like this that isn't necessary. So why not maybe come out and try to talk about this because it is a serious thing? But I totally agree. Like, that could be a very divisive thing for them. So they probably don't want to get involved. Yeah. But yeah, overall, I think that it was a really good thing. And I'm glad she talked about it because I thought it was really funny. Because she just didn't care. She was like, I think Elon Musk has something to do with this. That's what I thought was really funny. She was like, well, what happened with the donation? I just love that she added that on.
Yeah. And as soon as I see anyone attacking Muskie, I'm like, we're friends. We are officially now friends if you're going to go and go in on Muskie. But yeah, but she said it like she knew. She's like, what happened to that 7 million that you gave her? It's like, what do you know? Because we're just speculating at this point. Like, every time I say that Muskie did something, I'm pulling it out of thin air. Like, and she said it like it was fact. And I love that. I love that about her.
What I think was that, she made a good point there. She's like, what happened to the 7 million? All I hear from a lot of people is, what happened? She claims she gave it to charity. She claims it's not about money. So here's my question. If it isn't about money, which she constantly says, then why would she do a countersuit for 100 million if it's not about the money?
Exactly. There's no other reason.
I'm sorry?
She can't have, like, I think that's a really good question that someone should probably ask her next time she's walking in the canyon and having the Paps follow her. Maybe they should ask her that question. Say, if it's not about the money, then why the 100 million? I honestly think that was a scare tactic. I think that was a scare tactic to make him run away, because he's like, well, damn, now I have I could potentially owe her 100 million. And he's like, yeah, nope. Ain't happening. Let's go. Let's do this. It's not happening. And she has no basis because, like, we all can kind of deduce that she's definitely not an Aquaman 2 now. If she steps foot in Australia, they'll be waiting on the tarmac for her. So she said because her work she was limited to her work. Well, you weren't fired. She wasn't fired 4 days after someone wrote an op-ed about her. Johnny was, from a role he created from scratch. Like, she's got no basis. She's got no claims. It's like she's just throwing everything at the wall, hoping it would stick. And everything's on the floor.
But when someone lies about things, here's one thing my friend always told me back in high school. I never forgot this. He said, always remember this. When you lie about something, you're going to have to tell another lie and a lie to cover that one. And you're going to have to keep lying. So everything is going to be a story. But here's what's going to get you. When a year or two or what months go by, you might forget what you told somebody. You might forget those lies. And all of a sudden you're like, because now you forgot your lies. If it was the truth, you'd have the answer like this. When Johnny did his deposition, I know I'm jumping around a little bit here, but everybody's like, cover everything. So I'm trying to grab it all in real quick. When Johnny did his deposition, he was honest. He's like, listen, she threw a bottle at me here. She threw this one. I called this one Little Richard. She hit it, and I lied. I lied to protect her. All I keep hearing from recordings is Johnny protecting Amber. Johnny protecting Amber. Johnny. And I'm like, and all I see is my comment section is, why did he put up with this and protect her for such a long time? And look what she keeps doing to this day. I don't have an answer. I don't know if you two do, but I certainly don't have an answer to that question.
I think the general consensus there is just that he's such a good person that he probably wanted to see the good. And there's a lot of people out there who just want to see the good in everyone and really believe in them. And I think that's the general answer, is because it's easier said than done. Like, as as I mean, I'm sure you guys have heard this before, but I think of it as like the whole thing. Like it's easier said than done because like if he's really like invested in her and stuff like that, he's probably not seeing things the way that he should see them. But also the fact that I think he is just a good person who is kind of like, oh, I see the good in people and just wants to be all around. I just think it comes down to him just being a very decent human being.
Yeah.
I agree. He's loyal. Like, and I said this earlier. Like the one thing that I have learned about him, and I very, very much admire, is that he's very, very loyal. He's very loyal. He seems very caring, but you do come to a point where you gotta wonder why. Like, what is going on? I think she pulled the wool over his eyes. I think he had a lot going. He's obviously got a lot going on in his life, just as being him to begin with. I'm sure he was not around as much as the average husband. So did he know everything? Like, was he even aware of half her shenanigans? So when these things did pop up, he's like, well, it's not a big deal. It's just this one thing. I'll protect her. It's not. And then the next thing, it's not a big deal. I'll just protect her. So he's protecting her from the finger. Then he's protecting her from the perjury in Australia. Then he's protecting her from this. So, but at what point, I think he would have broken if she didn't do Poopgate, allegedly, but right. I think he may have been done a little bit. Like, I'm sure it was coming. I'm sure it was just a matter of time, because his mom still would have passed. He still would have had his financial issues. Like, it still would have compounded, and he would have had to start to really look at his life and say, okay, where do I need to revamp my life and have other people and maybe kind of kick people out. And I think she just pulled the wool over his eyes. I really do. I think she came in as a completely different person as what she actually is. So he was in love with the person that she pretended to be. He fell in love with the person she wanted him to see. And then she didn't always have to keep that up because he wasn't always around. Like, it's easy to pretend you're someone else when you only interact with someone face to face for short periods of time, right? Like, that's easy to keep up for the most part. But
I agree.
I think he was just holding on to that person that he thought she was, and she was never that person, in my own humble opinion.
Yeah, it's sad because I could see. Oh, I got somebody saying dono. Hold on a second. I didn't see that. Oh, Lady Torrell, thank you so much. She's at $2. Great panel. Johnny is just a good human being. Yeah, and a lot of people have been saying this. I've been posting in the comments how they say he has a good heart, and you're right. A lot of people are right, and I just want to thank Lady Torrell. Thank you very much for the $2. It's very nice of you. I appreciate it. She's a great channel, by the way. If you haven't subscribed to her, go check her out. She's got a cool YouTube channel. Yeah, she's really nice. Yeah, I got a lot of subscribers here. A lot of people. We all support each other, so they pop in time to time, and really good people. It's a great community. I have two communities. I have a Star Wars community, and I have a Johnny Depp community. So they both blow up, and it's like, wow, I don't know which way. It's like trying to.
That is cool.
Yeah, it just happened that way. It just really happened. But it was really nice that it's a really great community. It really awesome. I just think, to me, like, listen, okay, I'm going to tell you this. I've been a victim of domestic violence, okay? And it was hard for me. You two might not know this, but it was very hard for me to talk about because I'm a man, and I felt like, man, I'm not much of a man if I'm going to say I got beat up. And so I kept that, like, low profile. I didn't want to really tell anybody. But, when this case came out, it was like, wow, this at first I didn't think anything. I'll tell you how I got into it. It was E-Hacker. I don't know if you know Entertainment Hacker.
Yeah.
Online. I known him for 2 years. And he started posting. And I'm like, what is he posting? We used to be Star Wars. What's going on here? So he's kind of got me a little sucked into it. And then I saw, like I said, every channel posting about this. I like Nerdit's Newsstand. Then I found the Stevie J Raw. Then I found YouTube. Then so as you get more into it, more videos pop up. And you're like, oh, let me check out this person. Let me check out this creator. Let me check. And now I start to form a community because I start checking out everybody. And what was amazing as I just started trying to suck in all this information, I was like, you guys, I'm just going to do one video. That two, maybe that's, just because I feel like doing it. There's nothing going on and I just want to do a video. So I said, I'll throw one out there. And then I was like, whoa. And as I started reading it, I was like, man, I understand Johnny. And from my point of view, and I don't know if anybody out there can relate to me on this, he was so, like you guys said, he was so into her. It was like, man, I love this woman. She's beautiful. She's this, she's that. He obviously saw things we don't see, right? Because we're not emotionally involved in that relationship, right? Our emotions are not there.
Exactly.
So my emotions was with, at the time, my girl. I was into her. I thought, wow, we were dating, and I had a bad breakup with my first wife. So she cheated on me after 18 years of a relationship.
I'm so sorry.
And it was really, like, it was a nightmare. I can tell you, my heart was like, what I went through. I can go on for an hour. I don't want to do that. But it was bad. And she came along, and I started feeling good about myself, and I gained a little confidence, and I thought, wow, this is going really well. And I don't know what happened. It's like we decided to move in together, and then it's like, I don't know, like she became insecure. Like if my friend would call me, she comes running in, screaming on the top of her lungs, and I'm like, it's just my friend. You want to talk to him? Calm down. I'm not doing anything wrong here. And that was the first thing I saw, like a red flag started passing me. And I'm like, that was very odd. Like, what happened? But it came down to that, like, things just we didn't click, So we ended it. I said, okay, listen, it didn't work, whatever. We move on. But as I'm trying to get out of the house, she decided to stop me. And she blocked the hallway and wouldn't let me out. And I said, listen, you got to move, please, because I got to get the stuff out. And then she decided to kick my ribs repeatedly as hard as she could. And I didn't get why she was doing it. And I was shocked, like, what's going on here, And so I had to grab her and say, stop it. Just go. I don't want to do anything here. So I understand when Johnny just left, because I felt that. I was like, yeah, man, I know how he felt. It came down that she took her nails, and she had really long nails, and she went boom across my face, like as hard as she could.
Oh my God.
Now, I don't know if the intention was to take out my eyes, because I didn't have my glasses on. So she just went like this, ripped across my face. I was bleeding. I didn't know it because the adrenaline was flowing at that moment. So what happened is the police came. I don't know how they came, because my friends were all outside. I was just giving them stuff. She threatened my friends. She threatened my friend's girlfriend. She was threatening everybody. And when I came outside, I was bleeding. And my friends are like, oh, my God. And I didn't know I was bleeding. And so the police came, and I said, I'm dead. I'm dead because, listen, I'm the man. They're going to accuse me. I'm going downtown. And they didn't. And they said, why don't you step to the side? And I said, okay, I'll step to the side. And the next thing, she came down, and they said, before you say anything, he's bleeding and you're fine. So if I was you, I'd stay out of the way, let him get his stuff, and let him get out of here. And I was like, whoa. So I understand this is what drew me into this case, when I realized that this guy is innocent, man. I heard I heard those recordings. I heard what she said to him, throwing pots and pans, that she punched him. I'm like, everybody in this chat knows that this woman has caused so much emotional and mental and physical trauma to this poor guy, and then goes on TV, like you said, on TMZ, and blasts him with the edited version, trying to frame him. I feel his frustration. I feel his anger, because it brings me back. And that's what got me dwelled in this case. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go off on a tangent.
No, go ahead.
I'm just so sorry that you
me too.
experienced that. I'm so sorry.
And it was really, I said, listen, this is a good night to get it, because I have both of you here, and I figure both of you can understand. So from his aspect, I just want you, maybe this will make everybody in the chat realize when you love somebody as much as he did, and he says it in the recording, Amber, I love you. No matter what happens, I love you. Let's do this privately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what more does she want? What
That's
is she
just it.
after? What I'm trying for my life of me to try and find a reason as to what made her do this. What does she want from this guy?
Well, I don't know if it was she saw it. I don't know if she targeted him or if she just saw an open door of opportunity and said, there's my opportunity. That's my in, and I'm going to take it. I'm going to figure out everything I need to know about this guy. I'm going to morph into his perfect woman.
I agree.
But the way she treats him doesn't make me feel that she is. I think she's obsessed with him. Like, I think she's honestly obsessed with him, but I don't think she's in love with him.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Like, it's really weird. Like, she has this obsession, but she cares nothing for his heart, his feelings, his emotional, physical, spiritual well-being.
Right.
And that's just weird.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm not a psychiatrist, obviously, and I think everybody knows that. And I try not to like throw out diagnoses there all around. But I've been like, oh, do I think she might be this or whatever? But my general thing, like just like what you were just saying, is I think for the most part, like the reason why I think a lot of us can't like understand it is because I feel like she almost doesn't or can't like control it, like, and I'm not excusing it, but like to me I feel like you have to have something mentally wrong with you to be able to do that. And that's why like when people say why did you do this, I think it's because she's not in her right mind, because anybody who wouldn't want to do that. So it's like she just does it. And I think that's why I think when you say I don't think she actually cared in any kind of like good like I guess empathetic or like genuine way, is because I don't know if she's capable of that. Like, and I'm not throwing out these mental health terms or whatever, but I just don't believe that she's capable of that. I truly believe the answer there is because something's just not right mentally. Like you can't do this and be mentally okay. Like that's the way I see it, at least.
Yeah. Oh no, there's definitely something going on in this area.
Yeah.
And you know, I can't diagnose.
Right.
It's against everything that goes along with what I do. But if it walks like a duck and it's waddling, it's a waddling. So so she can't, and that's the thing. People with those kinds of personality disorders, and especially, and here's the thing, there are so many different levels and spectrums and whatever to every single kind of mental health thing. So I'm not talking about, you know, your average bear. We're talking she is off the charts. I don't think and I talk to a lot of people, and there are some doozy people out there, but at this level of like world, she's trying to pull the wool over the world's eyes. This isn't just, you know, friends and family and the town judge. It's the world. That is another level insanity that I don't actually know. Milli Vanilli, actually, that's the only thing I keep thinking of, is that she's the equivalent of Milli Vanilli. She's like the biggest hoax ever.
Like, as I go through the chat, you know, this is why so many people are interested, and I couldn't grasp why this was such a huge topic. I can see people saying in here like Truthy Magoo says, she's talking about she says Freddy Krueger my face. Yeah, she did. Yeah. Jesus, glad you made it out okay. My ex stabbed me with a knife.
He told us that story.
Yeah, he did it through his hand.
Yeah. My God. Yeah. I mean, I'm reading this. I'm like, this is horrible things that happen to people here. And this is why people are so angry at Amber Heard. And when she sits there and says things like, these are fake Twitter accounts. These are robots. These people signing a petition. They're not real. So
Yeah.
I'll get into the petition real. I'm going to jump all over because there's hundreds of topics here to talk about, and I'm trying to squeeze as much as I can. So forgive me.
No.
But when she says things like we're robots with fake accounts, and that Johnny Depp's team set up the petition, which is not true at all.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
What are you guys' feelings on those thoughts of Amber Heard?
Yeah, so all right, so that's the one that really, really gets me a lot, is because I made a video about that. I think I put out today. So first of all, we know Amber's not known for her intelligence. I think we all know that. But well, like, so my thing is like, I cannot grasp like.
It was funny. It was funny. I was trying not to laugh. I didn't want to disturb you. Let me unmute.
No, you're fine. It's yeah, so basically the thing that drives me crazy with this is just how stupid it is, because it's like, even if these people are bots and stuff, well, first of all, do you really think somebody's going to create 500,000 bots? But anyway, even if they did, it doesn't change the fact that you're a liar and abuser. Even if I programmed a computer to do all that, it doesn't take away from the factual evidence. Like, even if these things were bots, like she's like, oh, I'm going to check the IP addresses out. Like, I'm going to check them to see if it's all coming from the same person. I'm like, even if it's coming from the same person, you're still a garbage. I'll be nice, but you're still what you are.
But you're absolutely right. It doesn't matter how many people say it. It's still true. Even if it doesn't matter, one person or a billion people, it is still true. So she's just mad because it's true. If we started to say Amber Heard is the most beautiful woman on the planet, do you think she'd have a problem with it?
Nope.
No.
So, that's a great point. You said she's mad because it's true. That's a really good point, which I think about that myself, is like, she's just annoyed because I don't know what the hell, I just heard a noise, but I don't know what that was. But anyway,
it's you got planes flying over, noises in your house.
Yeah, I don't know. Hold on, let me mute this for just make sure. Hold on.
No.
Everything's good, I guess. But anyway, so I don't even know what the heck I was saying. What was I saying? Where were we going with this?
Well, we were talking about the petition. We were talking about the robots. And,
because she's angry because it's true.
She's angry because it's true. Yeah, she's mad because it's true. To me, the way I see it is like, yeah, okay, if people are spreading all these lies and stuff about you, like that's like horrible. And I do think that some people are going to try to set the record straight in a sense, but not the way she is. She's like obsessive. She's reaching at straws. She's trying to bring up anything she can to distract from the actual truth here. She's just all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and I loved, and that Jeannie, the gal that started the petition, I love, she does not hide her face. I love that she went on Stevie's live. She killed it on that live. Oh my God. But I love it because she's like, hey, ding dong, right here. Like right here. Like, hello. And Amber's like, it was still Johnny. Like, no.
Yeah.
Like, overall, I understand Johnny Depp, and whether we agree or not, he goes for younger women. Okay, he's attracted, they're beautiful. He goes for model type women. I get it, and that's fine. The thing is, Amber Heard had a history, right? And I don't think we talked about this offline. She abused her former was it girlfriend or right? So I didn't read too much into that yet. I haven't got to that, but I know she did do it. People have mentioned it, so I'm like, okay. Yeah. He obviously didn't do his homework. Here's a woman who was attracted to other women. That's fine. If that's what you're into. Yeah, and then she abused her ex. But then she's with you. I'd be questioning, like, wait a minute. You were with women, so why are you with me? And she did abuse somebody, so she had a history. It was there. I mean, there was a red flag right before you dated someone.
But did he know?
That's what I was wondering. Or she may have made it up and said, oh, because did you hear she was like, oh, they were homophobic, which it turns out that the officer that arrested her was a lesbian. So,
yeah.
like I said, she's not known for her intelligence, but
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I mean, I guess for him, I guess it was just love at first sight. I mean, I really don't know what it was. He just got attached onto her. And, that's all I really can think of. I don't have any other logical explanation than just pure. He loved her. I mean, what else was there?
Yeah, I think she's very good at morphing into whatever people want. Whatever you want her to be, she will become that in an instant. And that's the terrifying part about these kind of people, is that they are chameleons, and they are very, very, very good. They can fool even the best psychologists. And like, it's not like we can just walk down the street and like point them out from just like a one-time conversation. They are very good at what they do. So if she can morph, because I was thinking about it, I thought, well, Johnny doesn't go for, ding dongs and trollops and floozies like Winona, Vanessa, even Kate. I don't see her that way. I see them as like strong, independent, like powerhouses of women. So, and she just doesn't fit the mold for the caliber of woman that he's always been kind of attached to. It was just really weird. And then her age, when I found out she was like not even 30 yet, I thought, what did she have? Like, because granted, not even when I was 20, there was nothing I had in common with a 50-something-year-old man.
Right.
We were on two different pages. Different pages completely.
Let's talk about like her marriage, right? So she mentions in the recordings, which I maybe you guys understand more than I did. She says something about she had to fight to make the marriage happen, and I'm like, she had to work hard at it, and like, well, I mean, you don't really work hard at it in a relationship.
Sorry, I wasn't laughing at what you were saying. I was laughing at the comments. So in case you were like, what's wrong with this psychopath? Like, sorry, go ahead.
The chat is great. I'm trying to put up as many chats so people can read it. And, it's hard. It's hard because you guys are great. I'm trying to get to chat, which everybody's really, it's great interacting. And I love the interaction. People tell me she abused her ex in an airport. And I'm like, and I'm reading these things and I'm like, my mind is getting blown, but at the same time, I'm trying to pay attention. It's hard. It's hard. I just like, okay, so she says something that she has to fight for the marriage or she had to work. Of course, listen, when you're in a relationship, I mean, maybe it's just me. Of course, you work hard at it. You want it to work. If you really love that person, you're going to give your all, Mm-hmm. And then I found out, and I don't know if you two know this, that when he went to film, it's always when he goes to film that she does something crooked and underhanded. 1 month into their relationship, at their private apartment, the concierge writes a written statement that says that she invited Rocket Man, Muskie, over to their apartment at 11 p.m. every night, and she gave him the key fob. And some people, if you don't know what a key fob is basically it's a little round thing that you push and it's against a sensor and it opens the door and to their private elevator. Mm-hmm. So he had access to the private elevator. He had permission from the concierge. He came over 1 month into the relationship. I'm like, wait a minute. If you fought so hard to marry Johnny Depp, you wanted this man so badly, why were you cheating on him?
Because she was cheating on him with a much richer man.
Yeah.
What did she care? What did she care if Johnny found out? Because she married. I don't know how she got to marry him without a prenup. I don't know how she did it. If she's gonna, Amber, if you're gonna write a book, that's what I want to know. How the hell did you do it? Because I am just me, and I would not marry anyone without a prenup ever again. Ever again. Are you kidding me? No, that was the worst mistake I ever made.
Jane said Musk was her backup plan.
Yeah. I think so.
Huh?
Sure. It's definitely, I think, her, and that leads me back to, like Les was saying, she doesn't do any of this because she actually cares or even thinks about what she's saying. She just says it because she wants to somehow feel like she's the one who's not wrong. Like saying, "Oh, I thought so hard." That's not coming from an actual like genuine place at all. It's just her trying to take the blame off of herself. And
I wonder because now I'm thinking about that goddamn prenup.
yeah.
I wonder if that I fought so hard for the marriage means I fought so hard to get you married with like that's what she fought over, because I think that's what the finger incident was he wanted a postnup, because immediately after
Right.
his finger he texted his sister and said, never mind the postnup, like we need to look at
Divorce or something.
no, not divorce, what's the other one,
Separation.
annulment. He wanted an annulment.
Oh, yeah.
So if she fought really hard to get married without the prenup, is that what she fought hard for?
Yeah, I had no idea postnup even existed, by the way. Thanks for telling me that.
Yeah, they're a thing. Yeah, they're a thing.
My friend, I love his name, Horny Redguard, he asked, is it it's a Star Wars captain, but he's a great guy. He said, "Is it Elon with Grimes?" Yeah, he's with right. Yeah, I thought I wanted to make sure he was because I wasn't sure.
He's with a new woman like each week though, so even like.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
You saying, Shelby?
No, that was all I was really adding. I'm just saying that he can't keep. He's another one that I mean, those two go good together because they're just like unstable. Like she should have gone after him to begin with because they both seem like they'd be down for that crazy open. Not that there's nothing wrong with like you can, if you were into having an open relationship, you do whatever you want to do. I'm just saying that he seems like he'd be all, "Oh, I don't care if you beat me," and all that kind of stuff. I don't know, like that's just an assumption. I'm just saying he seemed very attached and kind of like he had a, "Oh, just let me be with you and you can do whatever" kind of thing.
Well,
Jane, by the way, she says yes, that is what they are saying. The fight that cost him his finger was for the postnup.
yeah.
So just to answer your question, that's what Jane says.
Yeah, thank you, Jane.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'll try to catch the chat. I'm trying. At the same time, it's hard.
Did you see TG Trap the Gamer said, "What did Amber do now?" Well, what did she do?
What didn't she do?
Yeah,
what didn't she do?
She did everything. Stay tuned.
Okay. What did she do? What didn't she do? She didn't provide any more evidence, and she never provided proof of her donations. And
here's another question. She went with James Franco, so I'm missing something here. So if she was with Muskie, and he claimed, by the way, Musk claims that they dated after.
Muskie claims a lot of things.
Yeah,
okay.
He probably thinks he lives on Pluto too. So, like, yeah. Did you see real quick? Did you see that? Speaking of Muskie, I didn't want to miss this. Mrs. Magoo asked, "Have you seen the pics of Muskie next to Turdy and his face bruised?" I've seen.
Yeah,
it.
I've seen that. Yep.
Now I don't know. That could be anything because, like, I mean, that could be something. But I almost get the impression that he would have been fine. Would have just brushed it off. I don't know. Do you guys think?
It's possible. I mean, like, the pictures I saw, I remember he was sitting there looking the other way and he had lipstick on the side of his cheek and she's sitting there having a good time. And I'm like, so I don't know the time frames of everything. I've only been doing this 2 months, and I didn't even think I'd be doing it this long, but the community is just so awesome. And I just fell right into it for many reasons, as I told you. The other reason is I also work in a courthouse. So when you do court cases, you find them interesting. So between all that, I got sucked into this and I was like, wow, this is one hell of a case, between my experience, between that, and between Johnny Depp from 21 Jump Street back in the day.
Yeah.
Okay. So it really got me in. Now, normally I would have, like you guys, I remember you guys talked about these. You said, normally, Johnny Depp's, not something celebrity news. I wouldn't have thought to get into this. But it's what's the point is the line. The point is the framing. The point is the guy, and this is what amazes me, and I said this on my video recently. I said, how can she be angry? Oh, he's trying to get me fired from my movie. Hold on. but you have no problem getting him fired from his franchise that he created, that he had 5 or 6 movies from, that Disney, of course, because Disney's family oriented, and I should know that because I cover this back here. So, since they're so family oriented, she had no problem whatsoever getting him fired from a franchise that we all truly loved, and he's great with Captain Jack Sparrow. Come on. He's even gone to the hospitals as Captain Jack.
Yeah.
He's gone to the Disney ride in Florida.
I saw that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
He's a wonderful person. I mean, yes, okay. Everybody has their demons. He has demons, okay?
Mm-hmm.
He has demons. He has drugs. He has drinking. And that's
he admits to it also. He doesn't hide it. I just wanted to add in real quick. I like not to cut you off, but he doesn't try to hide it. He admits he's like, oh, I know I have problems with drugs and stuff. He doesn't try to cover it up like Amber, where she's like, oh, I'm not. There's nothing wrong with me. But yeah, sorry to cut you off there.
Oh, no. By all means, cut me off. I talk a lot, so shut me up anytime you want. You're my guest. No, so the point is that how could she? I mean, is it all a game to her? Is she so self-centered? It's all Amber, all about Amber. Yeah. How do you fall in love with someone, want to have a marriage with someone, yet you do all these despicable, horrible things to somebody you supposedly love?
I was married to an Amber. I was married to an Amber.
Go ahead, do tell. I'm interested. If you want to, you don't have to.
Yeah, whatever you want.
He was very good at. I just want to give cliff notes because we could be here for a week. He was very good at being the person that I needed him to be, and I worked a lot, and I was very I don't ask a lot of questions. If he was like, hey, I'm going out, I'd be like, cool, see you later. And I'm not blowing up his phone, give a shit where he is. Like, and he even like when it was down to like we were done and we had nothing nice to say to each other. And he turned around one day and he said, Les, he's like, I do have one nice thing to say to you. He said, you were never up my ass like most women are. He's like, every other one of my girlfriends have always, blown up my phone, complaining I'm never around. He said, but you didn't care. Part of that is because I'm an only child. I need my alone time. I cannot constantly have someone in my space. I can't do it. I will go mental. So he took it. I feel he took advantage of that I was just so, and I lived on my own for a good 15 years before we even met. So I was kind of used to just kind of doing my own thing and whatever. And so he was very good at like finding my blind spots and like playing the game within those. Wow. So because I wasn't asking where he was, he could go out and have, multiple families and multiple girlfriends and all of that. And I never put 2 and 2 together until something caught my attention one day. And then I started to really pay attention, really, really pay attention. And then when I started to ask questions, then it all fell apart. As soon as I started to ask questions, he flipped on the dime. And actually it was like a week after we got married, I started to realize that he was, he just wasn't marriage appropriate for me.
I understand.
Yeah.
I get it. Sorry about that.
Did you see, I'm just curious, did you see any of that beforehand, like before marriage?
Looking back now with clear eyes from day one. But because I was, I'm not the same person though. Like I was afraid to speak up. I was afraid to rock the boat. I was afraid to say no. I was just that person who just went to work and came home, and I just essentially just did me and just.
So is it safe to say you were a person like, hey, I'll give you your space, you give me my space, but then, and I think that's you were trying not to be too needy, I'm trying to think of the right word for this.
Needy's good because I can't handle needy people with me. Like that's my number one turnoff for any person is neediness, because I don't have time for that. So I definitely try not to do that because I know how much it annoys me. So yeah, neediness is a good word for it.
Okay.
But but looking back, he was very needy. Like that's the thing.
Yeah.
He was just in other just in other ways. Possessive. He was very possessive.
That's a great word.
That's a good one. That was the word. That's a great word.
Yeah.
Oh, this is good too. Mrs. Magoo. Look what she had to say. This is good.
Yes. Oh, yeah, exactly.
Word from Mrs. Magoo. I love it.
Yeah. Hi, Mrs. Magoo. Yeah, I agree. And I didn't think too much of it. He used to call me at work. And if he couldn't get hold of me, like if he didn't get me on my direct line, then he would call me on my cell. And if he couldn't get me on my cell, then he would call reception to try and find me. And he would always have a reason to why he had to do it. And then I realized he was trying to make sure, because we were only 5 minutes away from my office at the time. So, because I could easily come home for lunch.
I think that's what it was. He just wanted to know where you were at all hours.
Where I was at all times.
As long as he knew where you were, he could do whatever he wanted to do.
Yep.
You know.
Yes. Right. In my bed with a 17-year-old.
Oh, no. I'm 17. So sorry.
17.
How old was he? How old was he at the time?
Old enough. Right.
But over 35.
And he's with us. Isn't that illegal?
Is that legal where you're at?
Isn't that illegal?
It's illegal.
Wow.
I hope that I mean, you don't have to answer this, but did that get called problems for him?
No. This is why Amber pisses me off so much, because he got away with everything. Like when it all came out, like I honestly, we could be, when I say we could be here for a week, we could be here for a week. We're talking like financial fraud. We're talking like the whole 9 yards. He got away with everything. And that's why Amber pisses me off. It is so deep rooted for me that I feel like every time she has like jail threat, every time they need more money for her, every time we find a lie, it's like it's a little bit of a satisfaction for me because he got nothing. He got no punishment whatsoever. Oh. He got to ride off into the sunset.
And you see, to me, that's why we're all here, because we all, in some way, shape, or form, can relate to this in some way or manner, or we just love Johnny Depp and we feel horrible for what he's going through.
Absolutely.
We have empathy. We have, you know. And I think that, well, another thing that happened this weekend, because I was way off topic. I'm sorry. And by the way, I'm very sorry, Les. I just want to say sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry too, because
now,
he didn't entirely get away with it, because now we know, he's compared to Amber Heard now, which you don't want to ever be compared to that thing. So, did you see Mrs. Magoo's comment? That's another one that's.
Let me catch it. This one? Okay.
Read that.
My first serious boyfriend cheated on me when we were 18.
Why?
Why was there no punishment?
13.
That is just, why
are they getting away with this?
Yes.
How is this happening?
That's illegal. 13.
That's very illegal. Where were her parents?
That screams illegal. Now I would understand if maybe you didn't know, but there's no way this person didn't know. I doubt it. Did they know, Mrs. Magoo?
That's insane. That's disgusting, man. That
is. Mrs. Magoo said that's the South for you. I'm sorry.
That's like, to me, that's like pedo. I like a pedophile. I mean,
it is
13.
Disgusting.
Oh, come on, man. At 13. I mean, I hate to say it. I was playing with like G.I. Joes or something like that.
Yeah.
I was the king of the girls. I was like, oh, well, come on, let's see.
13 is a child. Is literally child. Like,
wow.
What can now here's the thing. What can a 13-year-old offer anyone over the age of 14? Like, in any way, shape, or form, what are you getting out of that? That's my question.
Look what Truthy Mugu.
Oh, you let it go. But what was hey, Mrs. Magoo and Truthy Magoo, what was the context there? Like, what exactly? Because it depends on what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was just them, like,
I think it happened. I think it happened.
Look at this. Look at what Sarah wrote.
I was 15 and my boyfriend, now husband, was 21.
Oh.
Oh, look at that. Now we're like, oh, well, that's okay because it's Sarah and Sarah's okay with it.
Sarah,
We're gonna flip the script. We're gonna be like, that's okay. That's okay.
Well, look at Donald.
Whoa. What the?
Donald Dolan.
That's amazing.
Oh my God.
Donald's on a tear today because Donald threw me off this morning.
That's so nice.
Whoa.
Donald, thank you.
You're so nice.
My God, I wish he would say something. I want to put something on the screen.
Yeah, Donald, say something and we'll put it on the screen because that's
Donald,
nice
whatever you want. Now, listen, you want to ask us a question? Put something, man. Like, whoa, I'm blown. I never had, wow. Like, I almost can't talk right now.
Right? It throws you off. You're like, what's going on?
Oh my God. Wow, Donald. I mean, I don't know what to say. I'm so like,
that's
wow.
So nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know what I could say. My God, dude, that was so generous of you, man. I hope I keep putting out great content for you, man. Donald, you can request any video you want and I will do it. I don't care. You let me know and I promise you I will make sure I do it, Donald. That's wow, man.
Yeah.
I can't thank you.
Yay.
Seriously. That is wow. Oh my God. Well, I mean, I'm happy for Sarah.
Yeah, we're happy everything's good for you.
That is great. I mean, but oh wait, hold on. Nicola says, yeah, pretty sure that's statutory rape even in the South. I don't know. I mean, I'm East. I'm East, so I couldn't really tell you. And every state has its own laws and something, you know. So, oh wait, JB, I know JB a long time. He says, I know somebody who let a 20-something date her 14-year-old daughter. That's only illegal if charges are filed.
So there's
that would make sense then. That would make sense. I guess that's true. You know, I guess if you're not, you know, I guess if you don't charge, you know, you don't press any charges. I mean, I guess it's legal.
Yeah, there's more to it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Oh my God, we got so off topic. Donald has blown my mind. I'm like, all my questions are now floating somewhere in the air. Like,
yeah.
Well, let me try to. Oh yeah, another thing that happened this weekend. I just remember there was an attorney who happened to live at Amber Heard's and Johnny Depp's apartment building, and she was on TV, and I think we all covered this. And she did a video on TV, which I thought was great, and because she just wanted justice for Depp, and I was so happy to hear her say that. And basically, she said, "Look, she went out one day with all these bruises, and oh my God, she was all messed up. And the next day, she comes out totally fine, not a bruise on her face, and she saw it. This is her neighbor speaking on television.
It was Dr. Drew, wasn't it?
No, I thought it was a newscast. Wasn't it a newscast?
It was it was the newscaster.
Was it the news? Okay. Why did I think it was Dr. Drew? Why am I thinking of that guy?
Probably because he's the one who was associated with Kesha, right? That pervert. He was the net.
I apologize. I don't know why he's stuck in my head for some reason. That's just silly.
Truthy had, I didn't want to miss his comment because he said that he Mrs. Magoo's story. I don't know if you saw it. It says, I'd moved to California. We were long distance. He cheated on me with a girl. This is Mrs. Magoo's story. Truthy just typed it.
Okay.
He cheated on me with a girl who went to church with us. I found out because he had logged into his email on my laptop and never logged out.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
What a lot of friends are really dumb too. Like they just leave it all. But I'm glad that you found out. That's a good thing. But sometimes these people don't think. I mean, they're not thinking to begin with because
they are just not appropriately.
Right.
Well, great. Let's talk about not thinking, which brings me back to Amber Heard, as you said earlier. So
he doesn't do that.
So my point is not thinking. Listen, bruises, and this comes from anybody, I'm sure in the chat will agree with me when I'm going to say this. when you get bruised, okay, I could tell you my ribs, I could tell you my face, it wasn't gone the next day. Okay.
No.
It probably took a week, maybe a week and a half. I don't know. I didn't time it. But I know it was there, you know, and I was embarrassed to go to work because I was afraid, like, what am I going to tell people? I can't wear a mask over my face. You know, this isn't COVID at that time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I might have got away with it with the mask, but it was across my face. So I was like, it didn't go away right away, you know,
Right.
and I basically had to say what happened, even though I was kind of embarrassed to say it. So
Yeah.
her bruise is gone in one day. She goes for filing, and just miraculously in the court, she's all messed up. She comes back the next day. Does she not realize that there are people who live around her? Does she not realize she's famous? Does she not realize that people are going to see this? So on the recordings, when she tells Johnny, I got so much evidence against you. Oh, I'm going to bury you. You know,
Yeah.
and I'm like, where's your evidence?
We've
Because-
got evidence on you.
Yeah, because all I keep seeing is people coming out of the woodwork now, from Robert Downey Jr. to Sia to his next door neighbor to his and this weekend with the Australia thing, you know, it was his assistants who were on trial saying, well, if I didn't do what Amber Heard told me what to do, she said, I hope you like your job.
Mhm.
That's a threat.
Oh
That's a
yeah,
threat.
she threatened that. Yeah, everything is conditional for her. She will find what. It's like she hones in on what you're afraid to lose and will use it against you if you don't do what she wants. Like that
Yeah.
was probably Kevin's biggest fear, that he was going to lose his job,
So
and she just used it.
So we have the concierge, right? Saying about Elon Musk getting into the private elevator.
Mhm.
We've got her next door neighbor who's an attorney who said her bruises is gone. We've got let's not forget about the turd incident, because everybody's mentioned turd, so I've definitely got to bring this up. I didn't get the full story as to why. I know it was her birthday. I know he lost like $650 million. She put the TMZ there thing on, and she wounds up because he ruined her birth. I don't know the full story of why she exactly took a dump on the bed and blames it on her terriers. I mean,
Well, she also, I think there was also the not to like go off topic, but that was also the incident where she just decided to punch him in the face because he had to come after a meeting, correct? Isn't that the same time?
Yeah, I actually just I got to go check on something, but I'm going to leave you with this, and then I'm going to come right back. So discuss amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
She's a 30-year-old woman. It was her birthday party, and he was a wee bit late because he was having a meeting with his accountant about the $650 million he was losing. Right. He was late. It's not even like he did it on purpose. It's not like he said, you know what's going to really get her goat today? I'm just going to not show up to her birthday. No.
Yeah.
He was late for a very good reason, and she acted like I'm sure your daughter is actually more prepared for that. You know, she wouldn't be that upset about someone being late to her birthday party.
No,
she
not at
acted
all.
like a complete spoiled brat of a child and lost her mind because Johnny was late to my birthday party. I'll be back.
Okay.
That's a great. I love the impression with the passion. Yeah, and Lep Lady, that's Jeannie, the one who started the petition. We love talking about the petition because I think that's amazing. Like I saw it before I even started this. Hey Stevie, before I started all of this, I was like, oh my gosh, someone created a petition. So it's amazing to be able to actually like interact with the person who created it. So that's awesome. But yeah, it all comes down to she's upset because anything when the attention leaves her, she's upset. So she was upset because him being late meant that she wasn't having all of the attention she could possibly have and want, and that's what matters so much to her. And I think it all comes down to that, is that she's out for herself, nobody else.
Yeah. Well, listen, I think that's what it all comes down to. It's just, well, you know what boggles my mind? Okay, listen, and I read her background. She was in a lot of movies, right?
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't like she was poor. It wasn't like she was a struggling actress. She had lots and lots of roles.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, Johnny Depp is okay. Listen, any actor, actress, whatever, got money. He's not the most richest guy in the world. Elon Musk, I get. If she would have done this to Muskie, yeah, the guy's got money. I get it. But why Johnny? Because he fell for you? Because,
right.
What would possess her to not only attack this guy, but almost ruin his life, his career, and because he loved you? That's the punishment that you get for loving you? He gave her what she wanted. He made her number one. That's what she wants. How could she be mad at somebody for making you number one? I don't get it.
It's the biggest, and I can never understand it again. Like I was saying, I really think sorry if I keep coming back to this, but it's what I always think of. But I always think it's definitely down to and I'm not a psychiatrist or psychologist. I really think it all comes down to she is not capable of. I don't think she's capable of caring about other people. Maybe in a small sense, but I really do not think you always. And before people started, because people throw the term so you're a psychopath, blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff all around. And I'm not saying that's what she is, but people throw these terms around just to insult people just because they don't like them. But I truly think this is a case where I really think we're seeing somebody who truly, in Hollywood, is doesn't have that. You hear about all these people who serial killers and stuff like that, and it's no, I truly think Amber is similar to that mental state. She is not capable. I really don't think she can possibly do it, and that's why I always say that to myself. I'm how can you possibly do this? But it's because she doesn't have that thing in her head that tells her to stop and not do bad things. And if she does do something positive, and if she is nice to somebody, it's because she sees it as a positive thing for her. She sees people as objects to manipulate to do good things for her, and that's exactly what it is. It's not caring for other people. It's what can they do for me, and I think that she's I'll shut up in a second, but I think that they explain people like that as she's not really human almost in my eyes. It's kind of she's I don't know what the way to describe it. Almost just on the earth for survival. She wants to do what she can do to survive. Sorry, what were we saying?
She's a bot.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Hold on, give me 1 second. You guys carry. Hold on.
Okay.
Back on.
Yeah.
Shelby, you're right.
Bot.
You're right on point with that. It almost feels like if you have no purpose, if you can't give her something, then you are pointless, and she has no time for you, no time. And that's exactly exactly how my ex was. And I didn't see it. As I said, I didn't see it because I was in it. But now that I'm out of it, I'm whew, dear God, what was that about?
Yeah.
And they can't. So you nailed it. And actually, maybe when we do another, we'll deconstruct Muskie, and then maybe we'll do a live stream together about the traits, the traits of these people, so we can do a check mark, ding.
I think we should. I think we definitely should, because I did that in my because I think you said you saw my psychology of Amber Heard videos. Those I just really Googled a lot of this stuff because I can use Google. I don't know if Amber's capable of that, but
I think she's proven she can't because she hasn't.
Right, I just don't think she it's hard to not do a lot of the things that she did. But yeah, we can just kind of on a amateur level be does she check this box off? Does she check this box off? Someone said she's a demon. I couldn't help but laugh at that. But yeah, she definitely, I think her sole purpose is to survive and mooch off of people and get what she wants.
Mm-hmm.
To tell you truthfully, Magoo said if you want to stop by his live stream later, I didn't even know he had a channel, and so I'm gonna have to check him out because I didn't even know that till tonight. Since he's on my channel, I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over there.
Yeah. By the way, if you haven't checked out Truthy, if you haven't checked out Steve, if you please make sure you hit the subscribe button to Shelby,
Thank you.
Spiritually Empowered Coaching. Please don't be shy. Hit the subscribe button. You'll get more Amber Heard stuff. These are great creators, and I always support the community. And I can tell everybody, please support the community. And we're all in this together. We're all behind Johnny. Justice for Depp. We're going to get that petition to 500,000. I'm pretty excited about that. So
What's the number? Sorry, what's the number on the petition?
It's like 400 something, right?
They're
Like,
close to 500. They're only, like, I think, 4,000 off. They're very close.
That's it?
Yeah.
I'm looking it up. Let me see. It's very close to 500,000.
Wow, Jeannie. Jeannie's still here, right?
I hope Jeannie's still here.
Oh, Jeannie, that's amazing.
By the way, Donald wrote something, and I missed it. I had it.
It was the poop on the bed. I did notice it. He said that the and I made a comment about this too. That going back to Poopgate, when so he got at what age did I never thought I'd ever say the word Poopgate, especially not at this age, like at all. But
turn red. Those things.
Here we are. So he's late to the birthday party. She gets all
there. It is. I got it.
Aggravated under the sheets. So the way that Hilda described it was that she pulled the sheet back. So your natural thought is like it was under the sheet, but for like the sliver of possibility, because it wasn't Hilda that actually found it. It was a lady that she works with. I guess someone she employs, or there's something she works on the team with. So Hilda was downstairs and this other lady was upstairs, and she was the one who actually found it. So she's the one that called Hilda and said, you have to come see what I just found. So I don't know if this other lady covered it up because she just didn't want to look at it until Hilda showed up, or if it actually was covered up. So that would actually be a really great question for the other cleaning gal.
Yeah.
Like, was it actually under the sheet? Because that would tell you everything you need to know. Because if it was under the sheet, no dog did that. No dog.
All I remember.
That's true. That is that's a great point. Sorry, go ahead.
All I remember was that the maid said that I know the difference between the dogs and human feces. And she said, without a doubt, I know the dogs because I walk them. They do not poop like that. And they're little terriers. And that thing was,
that was bigger than the terrier. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah, I saw that, unfortunately.
And I want to make one more point. If you have a bed, a normal bed, can these little dogs get up on the bed? No. They can't jump up on they're not like a cat. They're not a bigger dog. So they would have their paws like this, like, please pick me up.
Yeah.
So let's use common sense and logic here. How could they get on the bed?
And she took the dogs to Coachella with her. She took the dogs with her, and apparently her and Rocky were the last ones in the bed. Yeah, and the dogs weren't there when they left. So
and wait, this was the oddest thing of all. Don't you sleep in the same bed? I mean, that would be disturbing for me to go at night and all of a sudden, hey, what's this? Oh man, I forgot I took a crap on the bed. You're like, what? You did what? Like Johnny said, that was the moment. That was it for him. That was the breaking moment. Listen, for me, I'm sorry. If someone throws a vodka bottle and my finger gets sliced off, and then your comment is, oh, I didn't know it happened. What?
You're out.
How could you not know it happened? You did it.
And the blood. The blood alone.
Are you blind? Maybe
we're that we're are you not questioning where's the blood coming from? That's not normal. Like, it's just her logic. It's almost like she's shocked and appalled that we don't believe her because
it's not because it's common sense. It's common sense.
She doesn't have that.
Exactly. Yeah. So when her stories are not adding up, like, I didn't see the whole deposition that she did, but when I saw a little bit, it looked like she was begging her attorney to jump in during questions.
She kept looking, right?
Yeah.
Like,
she kept looking
can you stop it?
Like,
and then they would ask a question and she looked lost.
Eaten.
Yeah, like she could, I said that? Yeah, you said that. Right, that deposition from her action, the way she looked, the way she was talking, begging for an attorney who had to keep jumping in. I mean, how much more information does the court need at this point? You know, I think that everybody here sees it. You got to be blind. I mean, I know there's Amber supporters. I know that. I've seen it.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I can't. I really wonder why. Like, I mean, call them. We should start calling them bots and make them mad. Let's start go and tag their accounts and be like, "Hey, you're a bot. How does it feel?"
Judy, lock her up.
I got them to chant that in the chat.
What happened?
I typed in the chat. I said, "Let's all go lock her up, lock her up."
Ah, that's why everybody's writing lock her up. I was wondering what's going
Lock
on.
her
It's
up.
pretty funny. So now, you guys brought up a great point. I think other people brought this up too. Again, like I said, I see E Hacker and Nerdettes and Stevie and a lot of other people who cover this. And they talk about, like, okay, so the filming is May of 2021 in Australia.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now that the government is doing some investigating, I don't think she'll step foot in Australia, especially if there's a warrant out for her,
No,
which
she
would
won't.
mean she won't be able to film Aquaman 2
No, she's out.
unless they give her a smaller role.
That she can film in California?
What do you think of that? Do you think that she should be done if they find out, yeah, we're pressing charges against her? Is she finished? Is that it? Or do you think they'll find a way to work around it?
I think it's gone beyond. I think the only reason they haven't actually like verbally like announced that she's done is because we don't have like they're just because public, like, we're public opinion, right? She's not an aquafish. Oh geez.
That's funny.
Like,
That's so great.
That was funny. I'm gonna put it up again.
Oh
That's
my
pretty
God.
funny.
what the hell was I saying before?
You were saying she's not going to be in
Teeny
it.
made it funny.
She won't be in it, right? That's what you were saying.
I don't think she will. Well, because I think Warner Brothers and L'Oreal and Me Too and everybody else, I think they're waiting on the verdict, even though everyone is already like, the problem is that having anything like, she's smearing her garbage onto every other company, charity, whatever. It looks bad on them. It really does. It's like having a horrible friend that no one likes, and you don't want to get rid of that friend because maybe you've been friends for forever. But if everyone hates that one friend, you get smeared with that too. They're like, oh, you like that person? You obviously must be that way too. It smears all over you.
Well, and that's sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I didn't want to cut your last thought off. That's what bothers me, though, is the whole thing that's always driven me crazy is that she's like, okay, they're like, oh, we're just like Disney and several other projects. They were kind of just like done with him because they thought that he was a wife beater. But now that this stuff is out and people like know, like they went based off of not really much. Now that they have a lot on her, why are they not coming out? Like, that's what bothers me is like, you should be proud to announce that you got rid of an abuser and a bed shitter. I'll keep my language good, but
no, go ahead, go ahead, curse all you want, please. Other people do. Go right ahead.
Yeah, I don't want to. If your daughter,
no, don't worry about it. Go ahead, go for it. Go for it. We're all adults here.
But anyway, she did that in the bed. But so we don't want. First of all, you should be proud that you got rid of somebody who abuses someone. Like they should be like, oh, we got rid of her. Hell yeah, we got rid of Amber Heard. We're getting rid of this bed shitter. And like, just not like, I just don't get that. Like, why are they still sticking up for her? Especially L'Oreal. Like, anytime I've seen her on the TV, I turn that shit off. I'm like, I'm not watching this. Like,
I nearly threw. I had something in my hand, and it's not very often that I put like TV on that has commercials, and for whatever reason, Amber was haunting my TV, and her face is there. I heard her voice first, like I heard it first, and I was like, oh, and just her everything. I nearly threw something at my TV that I thought, no less, you have to replace that TV. So
Yeah.
don't do it.
Yeah,
Don't do it.
And that voice, her hoarse voice from all the coke she's been snorting, and just first of all, it took a lot. Her hair on that commercial is not real. Like, I mean, I think it looks fake as hell. So it's like, I mean, that probably is besides the point. But it's like, look, nobody wants to look like Amber Heard because they know what kind of person she is. Like, I'm not trying to insult her appearance because I really don't like to go there. But like,
no. She's an attractive lady. Well,
she is.
She was an attractive lady. Let's do it that way. Like I will never, because obviously we don't like it when people do it to us. So I won't either.
I think Gary has a great point here, and this relates to actually what's behind me, because Disney has done this too. So this is perfect, actually. Gary says big companies don't like to admit what they're wrong, and that's very true. Yeah, that's very true, because we've had, and for those who are Star Wars fans with me, like, Trapper Mike and Horny Red God, they'll know what I'm talking about, and TJ Simfishy, they'll know what I'm talking about. Basically, Disney yelled at the fans and said, well, you guys are man babies. You guys are this. You guys are white supremacists. I'm like, what the hell are they talking about? And here's a company that's attacking the fans. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Did they ever admit to say we're wrong, we're sorry with this one? No, we never got an apology from them. And then you got these guys, Warner Brothers. Was it Warner Brothers? Warner Brothers for Aquaman. I think they're doing it. Yeah. So and I agree with you, Shelby. Like, why? What you're saying is you're supporting somebody. Yeah. Who is an abuser, who's a liar. You're telling the people like us, the domestic violence victims, you're telling us it's okay if an abuser gets away with it. It's okay. And that's what Australia said. If we don't let her get away with this, what are we saying to everybody? Exactly. Just because she's a celebrity doesn't give her a pass. No. And I don't even, go ahead, Shelby. Shelby, go.
I don't even, and like Les was saying, I don't care about celebrities really to begin with. Like, I just come across this stuff. If you do the crime, you do the time. Like people say, you did this, so you have to go through what you put yourself through. It's so stupid. I can't understand. Like, why can people not admit they're wrong? To me, that makes you look really good if you can say you're wrong. Like, absolutely. Like if I do something, I'm gonna be like, hey, I did this and it was bad. Like, that makes me feel better as a person. Like, I mean, I don't know what's wrong with these people, why they can't like come out and say like she did this, blah blah blah. Like, and it's like, I guess they're embarrassed, but I don't know. I'm sorry, PG, that you're going through a breakup.
Yeah, I saw that. That hit me.
What happened?
A friend of mine, he says, I'm going through a break. He wanted to talk to me later. He says, oh, you're going to stream? I said, so I'm going to stream. I promised him I'll stream tomorrow. I felt bad. That's why he wanted me to stream. Yeah. Yes.
Can you get me a snack?
Sure. You want to say hi real quick to everybody?
Hi.
Hi, sweetie.
She's shy. So you want a snack? What do you want? Here. What do you want? Okay, I get you a snack. Relax. Sorry, she wants a snack. So I'm going to ask the next question. So what? Okay. So now my next question comes down to if he wins the UK libel case. Well, I'm pretty sure he's going to. I know
there's that sliver of chance, right? Is that always that sliver of chance?
I have to be that way because when I'm in the court, I'm. See, it's funny. I'm a Libra and the court, and both signs are scales, right? So I try to do things. I try to do things equally. It's just funny. It's just funny it happened that way. That became my career, and I was like, wait a minute. The signs of the court are the scales. I'm a Libra. That's a scale. Yeah. So, and in life, it just happens that I try to balance things. I try to look at both sides of the story because my father once told me, before he passed, he said, just remember this. There's two sides to every story.
It really is. Yeah.
And the judge told me, I want you to remember this because I was working with the judge. He said, there's the plaintiff, there's the defendant, and then there's the truth. And I was like, whoa. So judges aren't stupid. I could tell you that because I work with plenty of them. They're very intelligent. They do their homework. They're not like, oh, well, he said this. Okay, well, show me the proof. What's your exhibits? Where's your witnesses? Where's your tape recordings? But Johnny has tons of it. Mm-hmm. Tons of it. She doesn't have much to back her up. I haven't seen her come forth with a witness. I haven't seen her come forth with all this evidence she claimed. Hold on a second. I'm trying to get something from my door.
She's even lost witnesses too, by the way. I don't you probably know that. That's that right there shows you too. Like
Yeah.
So my question
she lost Laura and she lost her friend Amanda.
Johnny,
and Amanda is huge in the Me Too movement. So when your friend and she lost her Me Too lawyer and she lost but when your friend, your hashtag Me Too prominent friend drops you,
that's a problem.
We got bigger problems, sister. We really do.
That shows you something right there. If you're like these people, and that, like I've said before, the Me Too movement is not a bad thing. It's done a lot of good, and nobody should like insult it. It's the people like Amber who abuse it. You know what I'm saying? Like the people who just try to use it to be like, oh, I hate men, and like they abuse me like Amber, like just abuse it and use it to their advantage to do whatever they want. It has done a lot of good, but it goes to show you that somebody like that who was for all this and they could see through her, like that shows you.
Yeah.
So here's my big question. And I gotta get going. It's been about almost 90 minutes, which I said was going to be my threshold tonight.
Yeah.
I gotta say, this flew. I probably could be here another 90 minutes if I didn't.
Yeah.
And I hope that you two will come back again because there's so much to talk about. There's so much to I want to get into. I want to know more about your thoughts, and I got to really dig into your videos. I got to binge watch a little bit here so I get to know more about you guys. And I just want to say thank you so much for coming on. You guys have been fantastic. The chat has been awesome. Donald, bless you. And Lady Toriel, thank you.
Donald is like making it rain for everyone today. Like, honestly.
I was gonna say, awesome. Wait, I gotta do this. Hold on, I gotta wait. Okay, I gotta do this. Make it rain.
Oh yeah.
So my last question to both of you of the night. Johnny wins his case. He wins the libel case. Now, does this affect the Virginia case? Does it affect what's going on in Australia for Amber Heard? What are your thoughts? What do you think of it?
Do you want to go first?
No, I want to hear what you have to say first.
Okay. In a legal sense, I say if he wins in the UK in a legal sense, I would say, in general, it's going to have an impact, I think, either way, kind of. But in a legal sense, I would say maybe not as much because they still have to go through the process and have to go by the book, if that makes sense. I'm trying to put it into words, but I would say yes because I would say yes all around, but
almost done.
I don't know. It's really hard for me to say. I don't know. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to be wrong. But yeah, I think that it will. For a long story short, I would say more. I lean yes more than no.
Hey, listen, you can't. We don't know. We don't have a crystal ball. So I'll give you my opinion. Honestly, I think that what's going to happen in the UK is going to play a big role on what's going to happen for both of them, for their careers, for the U.S. case, and for the Virginia case. I think whatever happens there is going to set the precedence for what's going to happen in the case and in their lives.
And their lives, yes, it'll be changed no matter what. Yeah.
It'll go. Right now, it's Amber and it's Johnny. In the eyes of mainstream media, this is how it is. As soon as that verdict comes in, everything's going to shift. And I think Australia is going to want her even more because now they're going to say, okay, well, UK is going to throw her in jail. We want her first. They're going to haul her into Australia fast because they want first crack at her, right? So they're going to do whatever it takes to get to her first.
Well, I'll tell you the truth. If they get her, they're going to set an example for everybody who lives there and everybody who comes there and said, listen, if you don't want to play by the rules, we're going to show you what the rules are. Mm-hmm. And she could face a 10 to 14 year jail term along with a $250,000 fine. That's no joke. I mean, the $250 wouldn't be nothing to her. Right. But don't forget, she's got Johnny suing her, and she got her career could be on the line. And trust me, the fans won't go to that movie if movie theaters are still around. I don't know what's going to happen with this whole pandemic.
And one thing I just wanted to say real quick, I actually don't think she has as much money as she wants people to believe she has.
I don't think she does either.
I think that she actually she wants people to think you could be right about the 250. Who knows? She might have I don't know, 10 million total, but her net worth is only about $9 million. She gives off the impression that she wants people to think she's some like multi-millionaire, but no.
But don't you think that Musk is paying for her legal fees? Don't you think that because he said he's
you're
friends
right.
with her?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I
I
think
can
Musk
agree with
is
that, yeah.
paying. In one of the audios, she said, "I can't keep going to a hotel. I can't afford that." I'm like, girl, you can't afford a Motel 6?
Oh, I didn't
Okay,
hear
you
that.
can't afford the Beverly Hills. You can't afford the Ritz, but you can afford a Motel 6.
Yeah.
Huh.
Come on, girl.
Oh, by the way, Truth Magoo has invited everybody. He said he'll be discussing new Amber Heard topics. So, so if you guys want to stop by, he said everybody's
Yes,
invited.
we
which
will
is
be
really
there,
cool.
Truthy. We
Yeah,
will be there.
Truthy.
I don't. Is that the channel name? Because I don't know.
I'll
Yes.
link you. I'll link you.
Okay. Great. Cool.
He's
Yeah.
fantastic. He's just fantastic. Him and Mrs. Magoo.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. Oh, cool.
We love them both.
I
Yeah.
hope to stop by. Well, anyway, my time is up. I have some things I have to do around the house, and I want to go. Truthy's gonna go stream, so that I'm sure everybody would want to jump there. So make sure you hit up Truthy Magoo. Make sure you hit up Lady Toriel. Make sure you hit up Spiritually Empowering Coaching, and make sure you hit up ShelbySoup. And these ladies, I just want to say, are great. They're fantastic. They have. I'm honored that they just met them. And they could have been like, who's this weirdo? Who's this weird guy? I don't know who he is. And they came here, and I had a fantastic stream. This is one of the best streams I've had. I really, no, I mean, I'm not just saying it because I want to. We have 76 people in here. Donald was terrific. Lady Toriel, I thank her so much. Everybody who's been in this chat, I feel bad for so many people who are here, who've been through the struggles, who've been through the abuse, who are going through things like my buddy Fishy over there. Listen, this is the best piece of advice I can give you. No matter what happens in your life, it's like life is like a roller coaster. You're going to have your ups and you're going to have your downs. And when you're down, it's the lowest you can go. So there's only one place you're going to go after that. And that's go back up again. So don't ever give up. Don't ever think you're not special. Don't ever think you're not important. Don't ever think people don't love you because you're wrong. You're blinding yourself and you're putting yourself down. All of you who've been through something and who haven't been through something, we're all going to have struggles in life. We're human. It's how it is. We're all going to have bad and good. Just remember, when the bad happens, the sun's going to come out the next day. So it's going to rain one day. The sun will come out. You're going to get through it. Go to friends. Go to family. Talk to whoever you got to talk to. Talk to a YouTuber. Hey, I'm here. I got 2 ears. I can listen, So just remember that don't ever give up. Don't ever think you're not important in this life. And if you ever feel, God forbid, you feel suicidal, and I've had a couple people, there is a toll-free number. I don't have it right in my person, but there is a toll-free number. You don't have to tell them your name or anything. All you have to say is what you're going through, and they're there to help you, okay? And they don't need to know your name or anything. So please don't ever do something stupid. You're loved, and people care about you. Always remember that. I want to thank these ladies so much.
Amen.
I want to thank these ladies so much for being here. I really hope, I'm honest, that you guys will come back again, because this.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. This was fun. Yeah.
I had a fantastic time, and the chat has been absolutely amazing. Everybody here is just drag out awesome. And South Florida Thrifter, thanks for being here. I was wondering where she was. I'm glad she's okay. I was like, I haven't seen her in a while. Hope she's all right. I'm glad everybody's here. Trap Kelly, everybody who's came. There's so many people, and and Jamie was here, right? Jamie, she's the one who did the petition. Is that her name?
Jeannie. Yeah, Jeannie was here. Yeah.
Yeah, and Tammy Lockley's here. Donald, Truthy Magoo is here. Your Horny Red Gut. Thank you all so much. You guys are fantastic. I hope to do this again. Megan, thank you. Sarah, thank you. And if you missed it, don't worry. Catch the replay. She missed it. I'm sorry, Sarah. Yeah, we're gonna
Sarah.
But you could go to Truthy Magoo.
Go to Truthy Magoo's. Yeah.
Truthy Magoo. We can shift over there. Everybody, Mary, thank you so much. And I hope to see you all next time. We'll do a stream, and hopefully these ladies will come and join me again. We'll talk more about Amber, who's just absolutely insane. Justice for Depp, sign that petition, subscribe to your channel, support everybody. I'm losing my voice. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.